Our final student reader for this half is the wonderful Hannah Vesey. Hannah Vesey is a thrift store clothed coffee addict with a passion for eavesdropping on strangers' conversations. Her fiction focuses on mythology, scientific discoveries, and moral dilemmas related from neurodiverse and autistic perspectives. Her work has been featured in ScratchThat magazine, Urinal mag, and the QT Literary Salon 2021 collection. She was also shortlisted for the 2021 Allen and Unwin Undergraduate winning Writing Prize. Please give it up for Hannah and her piece, The Ones Who Stay.
While the other wives are sleeping, I step over the threshold and into the night. The cornfields rustle in the breeze, the moon glitters like a pan of salt. I don't breathe for 2 minutes, waiting for the voice of God, for the click of a shotgun, but the night stays silent. I want to scream and dance and run off the edge of a cliff. Instead, I light step down the driveway, counting in sevens until my panic fades. It's August, and the stars are closer to the earth, and it's too late for us to be saved. Or at least, that's what they're telling me. Every night, I pray for a little more time. I tell myself that nothing bad can happen at this time of year. Not while the cornfields are dark with birds, not while the summer calves nuzzle out our hands for sugar. I scratch open the scab on my arm until I feel the wetness of blood. This time, it will be different. This time, I'll leave, and I won't come back. I take the long way around the town to avoid being seen. We're meeting at Uncle Joseph's back paddock, a wilderness of Indian rice grass and smashed up cars. I climb over the fence, land awkwardly, and smell dirt. I get up and shine the torch around, straining my eyes in the dark. Around me, earth and sky lie blackened by the day's fire, lightless but for the moon. There's no sign of Caleb. This is our time and our place, and he's not here. I check inside the cars, behind the trees. My heart starts beating in my fingertips, and I feel sick and dizzy. The prophet's spies are everywhere. They must have seen the way our eyes met in church. A page torn out of a pink diary, the words "Call me" scrawled across the top. Behind the trees, the horizon glows white. He promised me that he was coming, and I spent all my time believing. I'm hitching up my skirts to climb the fence when I see a shadow move on the horizon. At first I think that it's a rabbit or a fox. Then I see the flashlight, the shoulders and the tuft of hair. I stick my fist in my mouth and laugh myself breathless, lean against the fence and let it all out. Maybe I should walk towards him, save him going the distance. But instead I let him come to me, just like he did when we were kids. He stops at the nearest wreck, puts the torch down on the bonnet, holds out his hands. "Martha," he says, "you look like you've had a bad night." "You look like you haven't slept in a month," I say. "Yeah, 'cause I haven't." He's white against the dark grass, a flame burning on the sea. There's a feeling here that often goes unnamed. I have no word for it. Impulsively, I reach out to hug him. We hugged a lot when we were 16. We bled each other here on the grass. I still have the scars. He steps back quickly, nearly stumbling into a rabbit hole, hands out in front of him, staring at me like I'm rabid, like I'm about to bite him. He's breathing heavily, ready to run. "What on earth was that?" he says. I don't know what I expected. A moment of eye contact, a half second of touch. Not so long ago, religion was the hair on his arms, his fingers against my lips. I don't want to believe that we've changed. I squeeze my eyes shut and press my hands over my ears, breathe in the grass and the stars and the light wetting the mountain tops. "Gentiles touch each other all the time, remember?" I say. Backslaps, hugs, shaking hands, it's normal for them. I pick at a flake of rust on the door of the car. I thought that we were going to start acting like Gentiles, in preparation for the outside world. "Oh," says Caleb. "Sorry, I just find it hard to remember this stuff." He gives a dry, choking laugh. There's no smile in his eyes. I look at his face and remember being a child, waking up to find my parents gone, crying out again and again in the dark. He leans back, ass resting on the bonnet of the car. "Sit," he says, patting the metal beside him. "We gotta talk." I plop down on the bonnet and scoop my legs up in front of me. All around us, the paddocks stretch out flat as an open palm. It's almost dawn, and the sky is blinking open like an eyelid. I'm years away from him now. I can feel it. His skin is warm for someone else. I have it all planned out, the day we'll leave. dropping my heart on the floor as I get dressed, bending to kiss the wooden tabletops. As we drive away, I'll begin to sing a hymn, then my voice will fail me. But I don't know what will happen to us after we leave, whether he'll love me, whether he'll go away. I look at him, sitting silent with dirt on his fingers and moon in his hair. There is nothing left to say, and there is everything left to say, and the night around us feels both light and heavy. I make fists in my pockets and try to smile for him. It hasn't happened yet. He hasn't left me yet. The metal between us is warm and pitted like the skin on his cheeks. I place a hand on the metal, and he looks at it and shrugs. We sit like this while the stars go out, one by one.